In this video, Airbus A320 ADR fault will be analyzed. Items done by FCOM will be given in detail with the related systems. For test, the failure will be given at 230 knots. Now, we have the failure and it can be seen from the PFD and upper display. Each ADIRU is divided in two parts, either of which can work separately in case of failure in the other. The ADR part which supplies barometric altitude, airspeed, Mach, angle of attack, temperature and overspeed warnings. The IR part which supplies attitude, flight path vector, track, heading, accelerations, angular rates, ground speed and aircraft position. Now continue and look the aircraft panels with this failure. The inputs coming from MCDU, FCU, GPS, ADIRS, sensors, and computers supplies data to aircraft's ADIRU systems and some of them have feedback on it. Do not forget, to switch off an ADR, the flight crew must use the ADR push button. Do not use the rotary selector, because this would also cut off the electrical supply to the IR part. Now continue and look the aircraft panels with this failure. When all of the ADRs are selected to off position, the backup speed scale will be online. As you can see from the PFD, the speed scale is now backup speed scale and the altitude is now GPS altitude. 2 ADIRS operative is one of the conditions of an operative auto thrust. Also in case of a triple ADR failure, autopilot and auto thrust are lost and the flight controls revert to alternate law. We continue with procedure. As you can see, flight controls revert to alternate law without protections. When the thrust levers are moved, PFD caution related to auto thrust system is disappeared. The flight augmentation computer controls rudder trim and yaw damper inputs. Here, the aim of resetting these computers are to enable the recovery of rudder trim even if it is not displayed. The status page gives summary. Now, we will check these systems and the procedures with the reasons behind them. Check the system pages. As you can see from cruise page, the total air temperature and static air temperature are not valid, because cabin pressurization computers need information from ADIRS, these information are lost. The engine page and the bleed page have no difference. As we have discussed, these computers are not be able to calculate the related information because the aircraft do not have any ADR to do that. Other system pages have no differences than normal. As we remember, the aircraft refers to us to QRH procedure, which name is All ADR Fault procedure. Please note that some of the serial numbers has no triple ADR fault warnings. They only show dual ADR fault. It is the flight crew responsibility to check the third one and apply the ADR fault procedure. Here the QRH procedure. The detailed pitch and thrust table can be found in the QRH procedure under Liable Speed Indication section. Some new Airbus A320 aircrafts do not lose FMS, so no need to use RMP. To use of these systems, the aircraft needs to know its airspeed and the vertical speed. It should be adjusted manually. Because we fly manually, and the aircraft will be in direct yaw when landing gears are down, the procedure refers to use flap 3 landing. With this configuration, the aircraft has more energy, and it's more controllable. This procedure also refers to a QRH, landing gear gravity extent procedure. After applying this procedure, the reason of why the gear doors remain open is because of the OR gate seen from the figure. Because the aircraft has no ADR, ADR1 and ADR3 cannot calculate the aircraft speed is less than 260 knots. When the end gate produces zero output, the safety valve will be on the closed position. It means that the retraction of the landing gear is not possible because there is no hydraulic pressure to do that. This information is also given on ECAM and QRH procedure. Another inoperative system is the auto extent ion of ram air turbine. Because the aircraft cannot calculate its speed greater than 100 knots or not, the auto extent ion of ram air turbine is inoperative. Finally, the aircraft's computers are not be able to calculate the auto retraction speed. The flap auto retraction will be inoperative. Thank you for your time.